So probably tomorrow I'll be about 230, 235.
Okay. Now I had the pleasure of watching your last fight, and I've actually trained with Chris Anderson. I have.
How is he?
To me, I mean, he's overpowering. He is a big, strong.
He didn't.
That's you gotta let me make the points. Let me make the points. This is Kingpin Radio show.
Hey, man, hold on.
Billy, you're on your own.
I get no backup from Brooks.
The franchise is here.
Do I need my own radio show? Is this what we're finding out?
I will be on your radio show. Yeah,
Okay.
when you get a radio show. When you get a radio show.
I have a radio show.
This is the Kingpin Radio show. I got Jeremy May on here. He's giving me a hard time. But this is the Kingpin Radio show, guys. And what I'm going to do is ask him another nice question. Jeremy, seriously, Chris Anderson, he is a big, strong guy. He is one of the strongest guys that I've ever rolled with, that I've ever sparred with, and I did not enjoy training with him. And, you know, he is bigger and stronger than me, okay? So to see somebody grab him and throw him around the ring with ease, I was truly amazed. This is the Kingpin Radio show, but I'm being serious right now. That's a level of strength that I'm not used to. I'm not used to seeing that. Now, you know Scott Harper. You've trained with Scott Harper. When he was healthy and when he was fighting, I got to train with him a lot. But what was wonderful about training with Scott was he's got enough sense to know not to hurt you. You know, I mean, you were never in a whole lot of danger. Okay, Chris is a lot rougher, younger. You know. So it hurt a lot to train with Chris. So again, don't want to beat a dead horse, but I was impressed. I like it when I seen the man, you know, tie up with him, and it was child's play.
It was a lot of technique. I not taking away from my strength. I'm just deceptively strong, but that, you know, technique plays into that. I train with some really good guys, and just knowing where to step, how to throw, how to do that toss. I mean, it really.
I mean, speaking of strengths, I think I overheard when you sparred with Sammy that, I mean, he was throwing and you were missing just like that. I mean, he couldn't touch you, right?
I like to stay light on my feet, move. That's one reason why I like moving to heavyweight, because I'm faster and I feel like I'm stronger than most every heavyweight I'm going to go against.
That's great. I believe that because just from my limited experience watching you live, I believe that. Let me ask you this, jiu-jitsu wise. I really love jiu-jitsu. I love studying jiu-jitsu, and I've had a chance to train with some pretty good guys. You know, some brown belts, some purple belts, one black belt up in the Atlanta area. And how do you take jiu-jitsu? I know that it's got to be a major part of it. Jiu-jitsu changed fighting, you know, back in the 90s. But how do you look at jiu-jitsu on a day-to-day training regimen?
Jiu-jitsu, I treat life like I treat jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu it's a very flow kind of art. You know, you never stop learning. You never stop struggling to better yourself in every aspect of the game. And I try to transfer that over to just everyday life. And that's how I live my life. Jiu-jitsu is my lifestyle. I'm a brown belt under Renato Tavares.
Okay.
Renato Tavares is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best black belts in his weight division in the world.
Wow. And let me tell you what I love about jiu-jitsu is the humility of it. We've had some fun here tonight, but he hadn't been flexing his brown belt muscles around. You know, I brought up my blue belt because it's funny. In case you don't know, blue belt, that's, you know, if you put your nose to it and you train for a few months, you can get a blue belt. You can about get one on the street corner nowadays, but to be
depends on who you train with.
Exactly, that's my point. If you're a real jiu-jitsu school, you're not going to get any belt easily, but to have a brown belt under such a recognized jiu-jitsu master, that's very impressive. And jiu-jitsu teaches humility. This guy was walking around the fight, you know, in a relaxed manner, doing his jogging, you know, chilling with the children, chilling with his family, and then it's showtime. You know, then it's time to go to work.
When it's showtime, somebody's getting hurt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Flip a switch and it's just...
You know,
it's like that.
It's crazy a lot. I get nervous when my friends fight, watching my friends fight, but when I get locked in the cage, there's like just this weird, like, just calm sense that comes over me. It's like the most relaxed, I feel so at home. It's like I've done everything that I need to do to be here, to be right here, and to win. And I'm ready. So let's, you know, I don't mind touching gloves. If you want to touch gloves, whatever you want to do, hey, let's get this done.
And another thing on the touching gloves now, I'm kind of, people get heated like at weigh-ins and talking before fights, and is touching gloves like, if you really don't like that person, is it that big of a deal? Or
You see, I don't have a lot of inner demons,
Right.
and that's not the reason why I fight. I fight because I enjoy the sport.
Right.
You know, I love the competition. I like to play around with people. I'm not going to be the guy sitting there growling or like
Right.
trying to.
you don't have to beat your chest to be a
No,
superstar.
No, I'll leave all the proving in the ring. Outside of the ring, man, I'll buy the guy a drink. In fact, when I fought Ninja Who, I dropped him, and then he got me in a guillotine choke, and I tapped, and that night we were out drinking together. So
Yeah, well, that's cool, man.
That's the joy of the sport.
That's the joy of the sport. That's MMA at its best. That's jiu-jitsu at its best. I hope I get to get on the mat and learn some stuff from this guy one day. Any brown belt that I can train with that can roll like this guy, I promise, I want to be tapped by him because I believe that I can learn something. That's the way I look at jiu-jitsu. If I tap enough, but I try to learn something from it, maybe I'll get better. And without a doubt, jiu-jitsu is something that you should study. Your children should study. If you're a child, there you are. You need to get some jiu-jitsu. Get on YouTube. It won't hurt to start it by yourself. But then find somebody. You can tell if they're the real deal or not. I tell you how you can tell. Tweet me, Billy W. Merritt, and we'll ask this guy if they're worth training for. Because if
or you can hit me up, Jeremy May MMA.
there you go. I love
There
self-promotion.
he is.
Me Inc., baby. That's what it's all about here. You got the franchise, you got Billy Kingpin Merritt, and you got the champion, heavyweight champion at SGFC, Jeremy May. Lights out.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Very humble guy.